should be proud, cause you look so good, baby. I might just forget to pull out. And when I pull up.
What is going on, everyone? It's your boy 3 We are back with another video. We're going to talk about this ground war mode in Modern Warfare. So over the weekend, I was able to play tons of fucking ground war along with my boys, really trying out this mode. And I'm very mixed between this particular mode. Like, this was something I've been waiting to try since they first announced it, as well as I'm still anticipating this 100-player mode, because I feel instead of making it such an objective based type mode, you can have fun with it. You could try to create something that's just outside of what Call of Duty normally brings to the table, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But first, we got to really talk about everything involving this 32v32. So first off, I want to say this game just really pushes me to like a very demonic side. Like, it fucking pisses me off the way people play and how shit works, but I can't stop playing it. And I think it's because I love the feel of the game. And of course, when you start picking up and when you start killing enemies and everything like that, it feels so rewarding. I'm so glad the rewarding part is not even coming from streaks. It's just the way you kind of like you attack your enemies, the way you kill enemies. I love that aspect of it. Whereas a lot of other Call of Duties, it was more or less like once you got your streaks, I felt like I was satisfied. In this case, it's more of just my gun action that kind of keeps me playing the game. Where now with this 32v32, it's like a Battlefield spinoff, of course, and it's still like an answer to Battlefield. And they're honestly, I think they did it better. And I know you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but listen, let me just explain. It's not necessarily that the mode is better than how Battlefield does their mode. Of course not. But I think this was a great way to try to grab fans from the Battlefield side over, because for a long time a lot of people been wanting ground war back. A lot of people been wanting a larger scale Call of Duty game, and we didn't think it was possible until we seen Blackout be, you know, introduce a 100-player battle royale with COD. The fact that this is a 64-player scaled game in Call of Duty makes it that much more better, at least to know it's possible. Getting hands-on with this mode, I was so mixed because I love seeing that there was so much going on. I love all that. I hate running around maps and there ain't shit going on. So I love the fact that it was similar to a Battlefield mode that we all play. You capture all these different flags. But what I did not like is people are still stat tracking. And that's kind of what's killing a lot of these objective based modes, type modes, because people care so much about their kill streaks and their KD that even though the 32v32, a lot of people are playing the objective, you have a handful of fucking scrubs who are camping across like on this cliff, just sniping away. And it's not like, let's keep it honest, they're not trying to help out their teammates. They're just catering for their own streaks, because once they get their chopper, they're jumping off the cliff to kill each other to come right back up to that cliff to start a new one, because Call of Duty does not allow, well, as far as I know, I don't know if they're going to change it in the official build, but in this demo, you can't re-streak. I forgot the term, but pretty much you can't double up on streaks like you used to do in the previous Call of Duties. It went back to like this traditional style. You get your 3 kill streaks, and pretty much if you're still alive, you just go out for gun kills. But in this case, a lot of people were killing themselves, going back to the spawn point and trying to get their streaks all over. Or I guess they thought you could get a tactical nuke. I don't know how that shit was working, but it was very toxic. You know, I'm trying to play the objective, and it ended up pushing me back. Now I started camping. I didn't care because I'm like, you know what, whatever, the way people are playing, I'm gonna just go for kills and just have fun with the rewarding side on that. So it kind of pushed me to not play the objective, just because I hated how people were using tanks in that mode. If you guys did not know, you have helicopters, ATVs, tanks, and like little trucks and shit, and I have no problem with everything but the tanks. Being able to snipe from across the map and getting kills like nothing. People were bringing their tanks to the cliffs and sniping down. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's what kind of killed the mode. Like, you're killing the mode in that, but I love the mode still at the same time, because it adds so much intensity to the match. Like, I love having so many different people and we're just playing, and it didn't feel boring. It felt so intense. I hate playing Call of Duty when we're like running around the map and you're like, Jesus, where are these people at? Because they're camping. It's like, dude, we got campers in 32v32, but you still have like another 20 something people who are dead center of the map and you just going in to get the kill. So I essentially like that. I think that's some of the good of what this mode can bring. I think they can also play around and add some other twists to the 32v32, as well as if they bring a 100 player mode. But one thing I did not like, I have come to the conclusion that it ain't just a team deathmatch. It ain't just playing, you know, headquarters or domination. Honestly, Infinity Ward has to fix these spawns. We have users, we have a lot of players such as myself. I will run to a closer spawn point on the enemy team to pin them down, of course, as well as what they would do to us. However, in this mode, when you take a certain amount of points, the enemies were literally spawning in front of our face, right below us, right on us. So if that's the case, the game is gonna just be a clusterfuck. People are gonna back out of the mode. We was getting our streak so easy because of that, and it was happening to me. I started spawning right by the trains. I started spawning right dead center, and people already got their scopes out waiting. So, and it wasn't even like they planned to spawn kill. It's just the way the mode works. Now, I'll say this. You have the choice to choose your spawn, of course. But when you don't have a flag or not, you're going to spawn way back end. People are still camping by the flag, not capturing the flag. So they were leaving B open, leaving D open, leaving all the other flags open, but they were surrounding it. So you didn't know. I would just spawn in with my teammate, or I'll spawn in on one of the flags, and they're still aiming right on it. So it was like a tactic for them to like, or a strategy for them to kind of get their streaks up. So I don't know how they're going to be able to fix this. I don't even know if it's fixable, but I had so much fun playing the mode. I just feel like there's so much going on. Like, okay, if I get killed face to face, cool. But if I get killed by somebody on the cliff that's just camping, I now have to go all the way around another angle to go capture them, because the way it worked was one side of the map, you have to go and then make like a loop to go up to the cliff. Whereas if you spawn on the opposite side, you just went straight up. So people were still at that advantage point trying to really kill enemies from coming up, and it was just really annoying. Honestly, it got kind of tedious. I didn't really have fun on that aspect. You tried your best to get the sniper, and for some reason some of our bullets, even though like you're very close, they weren't registering to hit the enemies. Like, that's just personal shit that I'm assuming was happening to me and not everybody else. But this 32v32, it's like, I don't want to say it ain't it just was not working with the way people play. It's like people cannot adjust to game types, and people just care so much about stat tracking. It's like, remove all that shit. Like, if you have to, remove the amount of kills people can get so that they can't check it. Or if you have to, remove kill streaks in this mode. Like, I'm sorry, like, I want the kill streaks, don't get me wrong, but there has to be something pushed onto these bigger team modes that's gonna just get people to want to just move around the map, because so many people were not playing the objective. Like, it's becoming a problem across all modes. I think the best mode in the game is headquarters. A lot of people were playing the objective, and it was really fun going back and forth. That I had a lot of fun with. But this 32v32, I'm conflicted because I really love what they've done with it. I want to see how this game will play out in other maps, but I feel like, hey, at the same time, the way these people are playing this mode and taking advantage of what you guys put into this shit is looking really toxic. And look at me, look at my gameplay. I was on the top as well, getting streaks. So I know the feeling, I know how the bullshit works. I should have had some better streaks. I didn't even think I was going to be able to get that much high of a kill streak. So I would have definitely put the gunship or something, but it felt just rewarding the way you kill enemies in this game. It was just super fun. Like I said, everything with Gunsmith, all that together. And if you guys missed my top 5 things, my top 5 things that made this game work right, you should definitely check it out. But this is just how I feel about Ground War. Ground War honestly was a clusterfuck. However, I feel like if you can fix a lot of those smaller issues, you can make this mode fun. Now, this is what I was going to suggest. Play around with this mode. Do something like team eliminations. Like, remember with how Fortnite worked, they added every week a new mode, and they had this 50v50 where literally it went to like the last man standing, unless you could revive your teammate, whatever. But it went 50 on 50, and you went across the map. You landed down, went across the map, and try to eliminate them. If you want to try to add that mode, if you want to try to add 25 25 25 25, that'll be dope too. Or 20v 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 20v, like, that'll be so fire if you guys do that. Like, I think that'll be a dope concept to add for these bigger team modes. You don't have to make it so serious all the time, but it's something fun to play around with. That's just, in my opinion, they can add into the game. I just think overall I had a great time playing Ground War, but at the same time it definitely caused me to rage. I think I bit some headphones. This shit was getting kind of chaotic. So I'm very up in the air with how I feel about this mode. I would like to try out more maps and see how they kind of cater to this mode, because it felt like everything was just too dead center. And we'll see where we go from there. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like, what did you guys feel about the beta over this weekend? Because like I said, you got to check out my next video that I'm going to drop, which is like the top 5 things Modern Warfare did right. And it's some real good things that they've added in addition to like this game. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section below. It's your boy 3MG. God bless everybody, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.